Hello viewers and welcome to another MotoGP video, and this time it's Laguna Seca. So if you want to visit Laguna Seca, you're going to see fishing towns and aquariums and fish, jellyfish, water, otters, more fish, fishermen, and lots of fish before driving around the sea to other towns and places as well. And there you go, including seasides and fish. And a bit of golf if you're off to Laguna Seca. So there's lots to do there in the surrounding area. Just a square 50 miles around it, no doubt. America's a big place. But this is always an exciting circuit. Been around a long time. Can't remember how many years. I remember Sir Sterling Moss telling me he used to race around this circuit years ago as well. So that gives you an idea. It has some unique challenges to it. Not as risky as it was. It has much nicer runoff areas than it used to years ago, thankfully. So obviously looking at turn 1 there, that's flat out into turn 2 as they have it there. That's pretty much one corner. It's actually two corners joined together, almost one complete turn. You kind of hit the apex, go wide, pull the bike back in again. Then that fast section around the right-hander, and then under that first bridge. Nice flowing section. I love the first sector on this track. Really nice here before turning around and going up the hill. Again, this is a critical section to get right. You can you really need to get your braking early, get a nice flow, reasonably late apex before going up the hill. Carry as much speed through that corner as you dare, and then going up the hill. It's a bit tricky on the bike. The bike can become unbalanced before we come to the legendary corkscrew. Not a corner I actually like doing. It's a bit uncomfortable on the bike. It's a bit bumpy. There isn't many options. If you get it wrong, it's going to send you wide. So it's a very tricky corner. Before we come to this final section, which is getting much more flowing, I love that downhill second to last corner. Wonderful flow, great grip through there. Before the very slow final corner, again tricky between understeer and oversteering the bike through there, and that takes you around the rest of the lap. So Laguna Seca then, we're going to be riding this today as Bradley Smith. I would ride it as Cal Crutchlow, but unfortunately they've locked Cal Crutchlow away. Whoa, milestone, shouldn't have done that. I wanted to play as Cal, and it's great to see Cal get a podium at Assen as well recently again as well, besides the win from Valentino Rossi. So a bit of a bump there, but you know, I'm just being aggressive. You know, I'm just getting in there, getting through these guys. If you don't get through them early on, you're going to get caught in a bundle and probably get knocked off anyway. So you just have to be aggressive in this game. That's kind of what Bradley does anyway, isn't it? He normally has a bad start, and then about 5 laps from the end, he suddenly says, right, I've got to go for it and overtake 5 bikes. And you sometimes say to yourself, damn, Bradley, why didn't you do that on the first couple of laps? Saying that, Cal's not had the best starts this year, has he? He always seems to fall back at the start, has trouble getting his tyres working. So I'm moving up through the field, but it's a bit more tricky. I can't remember the difficulty. Whoa! Rear wheel coming off the ground and managing to keep control. But that was a heart in the mouth moment. We see a bike going off ahead, slightly off-putting. And again, the second to last corner, I love this corner, though I get it completely wrong there. Ouch. Over a sausage curb as well. It's only a game. We've managed to maintain it, get through there, and again another one just for fun. That's it. And we go on to the second lap of this race. Can Bradley make a difference? Can he get on the podium? It's playing on the hard difficulty setting. That's my excuse. If it's too easy, you overtake everybody really quickly. So you have to put it on a slightly harder setting, and then of course depending on the speed of your bike and the handling, it can be tricky in just 3 laps getting up there. Sometimes you need a bit longer. Working around now. I see some people complaining about the graphics. I don't necessarily see an issue with them as far as the visuals are concerned. Obviously the frame rate on the Xbox version is very poor on a couple of tracks, and that's a real shame, Indianapolis being the key one. But besides that, the PS3 version runs fine. As I understand it, the PC version does as well. We'll be testing that at a later date. We do have more MotoGP coverage on the way, so stay tuned to the channel. It's been slightly delayed on MotoGP because it happened all at the same time as E3, so we weren't able to do what we wanted to do. There's an accident ahead. Was that Nicky Hayden? Well, that's pretty much on cue for him, isn't it? He had that horrible accident Was it last year when he went straight into a barrier and flew over? Oh, it's horrible at the time. Glad to see he was okay. Nobody likes to see that. Bikers, it's such a, as I missed my braking point entirely there. Don't know what I was thinking about. You see, that's where a lack of concentration crept in there. And of course, lost time. And now trying to make up time again, and I'm trying too hard there to truly close up on these guys. You need to be more patient when it comes to closing that gap. Bradley Smith, of course, he's had an operation recently on his finger, having a skin graft. Goodness, it was a nasty wound he had there, no doubt, very painful. But he's done well to keep racing and get a good result in Assen as well. I would have ridden Assen, but it's just not a circuit I've ever been that good at or comfortable with. There's Laguna I know a bit better, but I'm not carrying enough speed through here, that's for certain. There's a lot more speed there than I'm carrying, but it will need more practice, more laps. Up the hill, top of the hill, high rise of the circuit, very high indeed. Bike coming off the ground slightly, and oh, the bike just got hooked in there. I tried to turn the bike and it just wouldn't turn, he wouldn't lean in. So just got a bit unlucky there and lost the space. You see the bike there moving about, it just wouldn't work for me this time. Bradley unlucky there with 9th place on lap 3 of this race. No doubt I'll have to do an extended race. We've got Vita content to come, we've got wet weather, we've got helmet cam, we've got career, we've got loads, and we've got multiplayer games. I'm going to get some of you guys online, and I still have to show my Grid 2 multiplayer as well. It will come at some point. But that's it from me for now, viewers. As ever, there's all these videos here you can click on, lots to see on the channel, and there'll be more from me very soon.